All right, so I'm gonna be showing you the computer I'll be using to set up this Cisco Network Switch. Let me see if I can zoom out. There it is. So as you can see here, I have my console cable. This just came in yesterday, literally. This cable, but it is a USB A 2.0 on this end, and I plugged it in to a USB port on this ThinkPad, this Lenovo ThinkPad laptop. Got this for my job. I'm using this for my job, excuse me. And on the other end here, let me get a little closer for you. This part is hooked up to a console port. Hope you can see that. Sorry if you can't see that. My apologies. Right? So this part of the cable is a USB mini port or part. Okay? So that gets plugged in here. So again, this is your USB console cable. And I'm always hearing that this is the easiest way to console a switch USB option, basically. So we're gonna test that and see if that's true. I'm hearing that a lot. Now, I'm hearing that a lot because this is the old-fashioned way of using console cable. So what you see here is two different cables that connect to each other, which makes into one giant cable. So this is also a console cable, but instead of USB, they both feature DB9. And this is a DB9 male, 9 pins. And on the other end is a USB A end, right? On the other cable is a DB9 female, 9 pins. And on the other end is a RJ45. Now, the way this works, obviously, you have to connect the two cables into one. So you connect the male and female like that. Okay, that's in. And on this end, you connect to this port right here. Let me try to get this out of the way. Where my finger's pointing, right there. That is a console port, and you plug in the RJ45 into that port. So, like that. And on the other end, USB, you plug it to, if I have an extra port, yep, right here, perfect. So that goes in here, like that, USB A. And this is another way to console a network switch. Now, you don't have to use, well, I'll be using one at a time. So either USB or DB9 I'm going to use to set this up. Now, again, I'm always hearing the easiest way to do this is using USB, then DB9. I'm not sure what they mean by that exactly, excuse me. But we're going to just test and see what happens. You don't have to get both, but I'm just a psychopath like that. I want to try both and see how, just kind of check out the experience, right? If that makes any sense. I just want to see what, is there a difference maybe with the speed, or maybe it's able to like read quicker or not. We're going to find out. So anyway, like I said, I'll be using this Lenovo ThinkPad laptop to set everything up. I have to download programs that needs to be downloaded. I think this needs to have putty in it. I have to, download that to this computer and just kind of go from there. But yeah, that is the announcement. We found which laptop we're going to use to start this process. I think I also need an Ethernet cable. I have to find one somewhere in my storage. I think I have a couple scattered around there. I have to just kind of see what works with what. So that's going to be the next thing before I begin trying to console this network switch. It's going to be a lot of fun. So another thing I want to talk about is, let me just take this off real quick. Another thing what I want to talk about is the Ethernet cable, which means make sure you're not plugging in your Ethernet cable, right, to the port on this network switch. Let me elaborate some more. The Ethernet cable also uses a RJ45 like this, right? It's the same exact thing, okay? So your Ethernet cable looks just like this. My thing is, make sure you're not plugging in that Ethernet cable, the RJ45 of that Ethernet cable, into your console port, right? You should be plugging that Ethernet cable to one of these ports, not the console port. That will blow out your Ethernet port on your laptop, literally. So just make sure you don't do that. And it's a very common thing that I hear a lot from people, that's actually a very, very common issue, that people are plugging in their Ethernet cable into the console port, and it just blows out your Ethernet cable port on whatever machine you're using, desktop, laptop. So make sure you do not do that. All right. I will cut this thing on, but I don't feel like it, to be honest with you. I have the power cable right here. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I can't wait to set this thing up. I just want to kind of just let you know that I did find a computer to set everything, and I'm gonna start messing with this sometime this evening today, and download all the necessary programs and start having some fun, man. Just kind of play around with it, you know. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. If you want to know where I got the accessories, the cables from, I got it from Amazon. If you have any interest in getting you a pair, I'll leave a link somewhere, or I'll just send you the link directly if you leave a comment, if you have any interest in getting you one of these. Again, you don't have to get both, but I'm a freak like that. I want to just try them both and see what happens. But I will leave the link somewhere in the bottom of this video on where I got these from. And you can get you a pair and have some fun with whatever you're trying to do. I think we're all set with this video. Much love to you. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And can't wait to post another video on me messing with this network switch and this laptop here. So let me get a quick thumbnail for this video. I'm gonna do this right here. Sorry, I do this a lot, but this time I'm able to get a nice picture for the video. All right, that's cool. Cool, thanks for watching. Peace out, much love. Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. I post on LinkedIn, I post on IG, I post on TikTok daily, different content. So feel free to reach out to me on those platforms if you wish to do so. I have an email newsletter available on my website called Juicy Tech. The name of this channel, juicytech.com. The email newsletter is there. And my name is Ario D Juice. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll go from there. Catch one of the other platforms. And once again, peace out. Thanks for watching.